Hello, right? So, welcome to Tarot Numerology by the Book. Tarot Numerology by the Book. Yeah? So, we're going to finish off from yesterday. I think yesterday was absolutely mint, brilliant. All the numbers link and we know where we're at. Yeah? So, again, 16, 17, 18, 19. Obviously, the hexagrams of the I Ching, and then obviously the 44, 45, 46, 47. So I want to add a few things now. So off my dream last night, we've got the laws will be written in their hearts and minds. So that's from the Bible. So I'm saying, well, yeah, this is the law of the mental plane, really. The I Ching, I think, is the law of the mental plane. Yeah. And then I think the Quran is the law of the physicality, the body, yeah. And then the Zohar is the law of the spiritual plane. So, and then the paganism is like, I don't know, must link all of them or something. But yeah, because we're talking spirit, mind, body, not body, mind, spirit. It's spirit, mind, body. Yeah. So you start with a Zohar on the spiritual plane, you bring it down through the mental plane, the I Ching, to the physical plane, the Quran. That would also link the Bible as well. Um, yeah, so that's where I think I'm coming from with this. So I think the mathematical unification is the I Ching from the mental plane that then links the spiritual plane and the earthly plane, so the physicality. So I just wanted to add that in. So what I'm going to do is do another lay today. So I'm going to count these cards back in, and then I'm going to do. Sorry, I've got to do my square because I was doing that. I should have done that before I started. All right, so I'm going to do this square, and then we can count these cards back in and see if there's a change. Obviously, there's a change in the number pattern. Or we'll see. We'll see what comes out in it, because this is what it is. Every day there should be something. There should be something new. So I link this as like we've linked the Tao to the tarot. Do you know what I mean? So the Tao energy runs through these tarot cards. Yeah. So, and the Tao is always changing, always in movement. So again, if we're always in movement, that we should always be connecting to new information to support us on our journey through the reality. What is today? Um, so I've done that. So I'm gonna count these back in now. I'm gonna count these back in now. So because that lay yesterday for me was absolutely mint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. Right, we're getting there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so that's that done, and then we're going to shuffle these cards and then see what comes up today. I do keep getting other information that I want to start adding into this, because I think, once I get that other Bible, do you know what I mean? I want to show the links in that, because the math works for that as well. And I think this is like, I've been watching some things on YouTube and that, do you know what I mean? And obviously, this is important. This is my truth in it, do you know what I mean? It's like, for me, the tarot is works, do you know what I mean? We're not trying to we're not trying to intuitively guess the reality. Do you know what I mean? We're trying to work with the laws, and there are laws, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? That are in the reality, seen and unseen. So these books are only pointing out these laws, and we're trying to work. You know what I mean? We don't want to be at odds with that anymore. So I think this is a valuable key, especially for personal development. Isn't it? This is all about personal development, and we're definitely on for personal development and getting better. Oh, come on. Why does it not giving me one? I get frustrated when this happens. Okay. 3 of Wands, first one, upside down. So we'll have that. Always a positive card. Oh, we'll have that one, that way. Hangman, upside down. We'll have him. Oh, now downside up. He's downside up. He looks better in that position, I think. You know what I mean? Okay, we'll go in. 2 of Wands. Okay, so we got a little pattern there, upside down. So 8 strength. Okay, we'll have her. We'll have the Goddess. We'll take that one. We've got the Devil upside down. No, that way. So I'm going to get that way. Upside, downside up. Yeah. Annoying me. 9 of Swords upside down. We'll have that. Okay, there's 2 there. So we've got, what's that? The Hermit downside up and the 8 of Pentacles downside up. So we're going to put them down like that way. Okay, and then let's see what we get. Last card, and then we'll go the Wheel of Fortune. And we can see a pattern here already. You know what I mean? This is quite a good. You can see there's a mad pattern here already. Very strong, I'd say. Look, a very strong lay. Because look, we've got the 3 of Wands, the Hangman in the downside up position, so he stood on one leg but in the upright, so that's the proper way really. And then the 2 of Wands, so we've got the 3 and the 2 of Wands. They're both looking off into the future. The Hangman's looking at me, he's looking at me, so that's the Hangman in me looking inwards, and then these two, the 3 of Wands and the 2 of Wands, are the 2 outer eyes looking out at the world in it and looking out and saying, listen, what are we doing here? What can we bring? So that's a beauty. That first top row, really positive. We've got the second row, we've got Strength, 8, the Goddess, the Devil in the downside up position, and then the 9 of Swords. So instantly I'm saying, well, the Goddess is upright, she's holding the Lion. The Devil in the downside up position is and don't forget, he's the Magician as well. Do you know what I mean? So this Devil card ain't all bad. Do you know what I mean? He's not all bad. That to me is correct now. The Hangman in the upside down position. Devil in the downside up position. These 2 people that are chained to the Hangman. You know what I mean? To the sun. So that magic comes down through him, through these 2 chained elements, the positive and the negative, now creates the magic that comes down through the Devil. Yeah, we've flipped it. Do you know what I mean? It's like all that negativity is now positivity. The more negative I get, the stronger I get. The more people want to fucking wind me up and piss me off, the stronger I get. Sorry. The more that like we see that someone's trying to come against you, is the stronger you get, because we're using all of that negative force that's been flipped now on its head. Do you know what I mean? So, and then look, we've got the Nine of Swords next to the Devil. So, and this is the person in the bed, their heads, you know what I mean, head in their hands. Again, I don't think this is me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't consider myself as this character. I'm saying I'm the two characters, the two guys on the Three of Swords. I mean, the guy on the Three of Wands and the guy on the Two of Wands. I feel more like them, that character, and the Hangman. I'm definitely not in devil energy, because we've brought unification. The devil's separation. Well, we've brought unification with all of the numbers and all of the information. So we've chained the devil. Do you know what I mean? We'd be in a very negative mindset if we hadn't flipped the devil. Do you know what I mean? Because we'd still be trying to say, well, no, my God's better than your God, and no, we do it on this and we do it on that, and that's not correct, and this is incorrect, and we'd be in that energy. That's this Nine of Swords, but we're not in that. We're in the Three of Wands and the Two of Wands. We're looking down on the world going, listen, you do know that the tarot links all of these books together. You do know that all of these books are just aspects of the one source. One deals with the mental plane, one deals with the spiritual plane, one deals with the body. Other aspects deal with the emotion. You could say Satanism or something like that. Not even Satanism, but there are empaths or something. There must be forces that deal with the emotional body. Do you know what I mean? There's books that are just dealing about the emotional body. So all of these books are not at odds with each other. They all work together. Do you know what I mean? You've got to bring all of your different bodies into alignment in it. So you got an emotional body, you got your light body, your aura, you've got your physical body, you got your mental body as such, astral body. Do you know what I mean? So like there's these other elements, and you've got to bring them all into alignment. Maybe one book, was because this is so deep and vast, there's probably not one book that can deal with all of the different aspects in one. So it gets separated between the people. Do you know what I mean? So between the peoples, they get different books from the big man, so from the universe, to bring out a particular understanding of an aspect of the creation, i.e. the body, i.e. the reality. And then we have interactions supposed to be to swap knowledge, to say, well, we've got this information on how this aspect works, and yours is on how, we didn't have that book, so can we gel them two together, so that then you've got the understanding of how the spirit plane works, and then I've got the understanding of how to discipline the body correctly in order to do that work even more. So that's the unification that we're supposed to be in. You're supposed to travel around the world and gain more knowledge and wisdom, do you know what I mean? In order to get all of your bodies on point. So this is that devil and the Nine of Swords. I know I'm not in that, and we've got strength on the left. So we've got, you know what I mean? We've got the goddess here. Yeah, do you know what I mean? And this is a good row. So again, I'm going to come back to that, but I don't think I'm in this. That's showing the other process of these negative lower energies have been flipped up, and they've been linked to the Hangman, to the sun. Do you know what I mean? So we're pulling all of that negative devil energy that would have been, that's grounded on the earth, is now flipped. We've essentially raised all of the lower negative vibrations up to the higher mind through the Hangman. Do you know what I mean? Through the sun. So all of those lower negative vibrations, they don't work in me. Do you know what I mean? Because we've raised them, we've flipped them. The devil works for you, not against you. Do you know what I mean? He's not really the bad guy. That's just more the way that you look at the reality, the way you've been viewing the reality, or the way you understand things. So we've flipped that on its head. So underneath him, underneath the devil, is the Eight of Pentacles, again in the downside up position. Well, because we're now working from the other side. You know what I mean? So we've been doing the work here, and the work is what? To flip the devil on his head. Do you know what I mean? So that all of that shit that's all horrible in the reality, we've got to start going, well, that's because either the way that I'm looking at it, or I'm not seeing how to change it to make it useful. Do you know what I mean? how can we look at things that we keep considering to be bad and now make them positive and see the light, the silver line in this, the silver lining. Do you know what I mean? Because everything has a silver lining. We're not saying that everything's rosy and this, that, and the other, but you must look for the positive. Do you know what I mean? Because otherwise, if you don't look for the positive, what you're gonna do, you're gonna sit in the negative. You're just gonna sit in it, and it's gonna fester, and it's gonna get worse. Do you know what I mean? So we have to now naturally always start to come from look for the positive and come back to yesterday and approach what has been spoiled with enthusiasm. Do you know what I mean? That is the mindset that we are to continually be in, so that we're always approaching things in enthusiasm, to be as positive about it as possible. Do you know what I mean? And we work on it. So that plays into this lay. And then we've got the Hermit in the downside up position and the Wheel of Fortune, and we've got a pattern 8, 9, 10. Do you know what I mean? So we've got an 8, 9, 10, 9, 15, 8, 8, 9, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, because 12 is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Do you know what I mean? So there's even a pattern there in that top row of the numbers. We've got an 8, 9, 10 at the bottom. We've got an 8, 9. So there's already a pattern within this lay that you can see straight away. And then we've got 15 in the middle, which is a 6 and a 9 in one. Do you know what I mean? So the devil is like this, is in the middle. You know what I mean? But he's chained, and he's not chained negative. He's chained positive. All of what he thinks is negative, or do people are thinking is bad, now it's been chained. We can use that. You know what I mean? We're using that now. So this instantly, I'm going to see when I write, as soon as I put all these numbers in, you're just going to see that that looks correct. Do you know what I mean? So I can feel straight away this is going to lead to something nice. You know what I mean? So then we've got a 9, 8, 9, 8, 3, 10, 9, 2. Do you know what I mean? So there's already a numerical pattern that we can see. And then we've got ones, we've got 3 of ones, then we've got the Hermit with his wand as well. So there's 4 ones on this side. And we know 4 ones is stability. 4 ones can't be, it's the same either way. It can't be reversed. Do you know what I mean? So we've got at least 4 ones on this. And the Hermit at the bottom reversed is inner light. Yeah, he shines his inner light down here. So you've got the Hangman in the downside up position, stood with the light shining through his head in the dream state when he's up there, yeah, when the soul leaves the body, or in your etheric body. You know what I mean? That's got light, and we know what we're doing. Then down here, the Hermit in the downside up position's got the lamp. So he shines his inner light out into the world, because don't forget, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune really is the world as well, in it. Do you know what I mean? Because with this turns, it's a 24-hour day. Do you know what I mean? So this card also represents the world and the work we're doing in the world. You know what I mean? There's the 8 of Pentacles, downside up. Yeah, we shine the light on the work here about what's got to be done there. Do you know what I mean? So what we're talking, we're shining light on the work. We're doing work here in the scene, which is essentially about the work that you have to do on the other side in the unseen. Do you know what I mean? Because this is mental, emotional, spiritual work. You know what I mean? So it's not physical work. It's this other aspect of work, you know what I mean, that needs to be done. So that links to that. That's why he's in the downside up, because this work reflects the work that I've done there. The work that I'm doing there reflects what I'm expressing here. Do you know what I mean? So this is this wheel. This is also this Wheel of Fortune of going within and then coming without, or correcting things within and then bringing that correction without into the reality. Do you know what I mean? So to me, this is a very good, positive lay. Again, these two eyes looking out into the world, the Three of Wands and the Two of Wands. Very positive cards. We are trying to look out into the world. We are trying to affect change in the world. We are trying to walk more upright and walk by spirit. Do you know what I mean? So we've got how many major arcana? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards, and 1, 2, 3, 4 minor arcana. Out of the 4 minor arcana, two are 1 spirit, which is all good. 8 of Pentacles, doing the work, that's good. At the center, you know what I mean? It sits in the middle, doing the work, that's good. And then the 9 of Swords, mind. But we've got 9 swords, but we've only got 5. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I've just come to the 13. If we add the 8 Pentacles and the 3 Wands and the 2 Wands, that's 13. So again, the work and the spirit is of the moon, do you know what I mean? But coming through the sun. That's this. So we've got the 13 is of the Pentacles, is of the stars, the moon, and the spirit of the stars and the moon. Do you know what I mean? Of bringing that light through the sun when he's in his upright position, because he is supposed to be stood on one leg. The sign of 4. We could read it as 2, 3, 4, really, because yeah, it's card 12, but he's in the downside up position and his leg's the sign of 4. Link, Sherlock Holmes, the sign of 4. This is our man that's a detective. So he's on a numerological detective, do you know what I mean? Because he's got the sign of 4, which is Sherlock Holmes, Arthur Conan Doyle. So we're being a detective about this tarot, and we're trying to work out how this applies to us and what's going on with this tarot and how it links to these books per se. We know that we've been doing our detective work and we've been aligning these books. All right, 3 birds. We've been aligning these books, and that is that's Sherlock Holmes work. You know what I mean? Work on this. So we could read that as 2, 3, 4. Again, my number, do you know what I mean? My number is 2, 3, 4. Why? Because I'm born on. Just, you know what I mean? Can you say that? Does it matter? You know what I mean? So I'm on the 23rd of the 4th, St. George's Day. Yeah. So I come, and again, this is my own madness. Don't don't go off on this, but I come as St. George, in the sense that England is. So England and Mercia, Tamworth is the centre of England, geographical, yeah. And the story of St. George and the dragon, yeah, you got to tame your dragon, do you know what I mean? So this is why the devil is in the downside up position, because we've raised that dragon energy and we've tamed our dragon. So again, this plays into the I Ching, because we're a dragon emperor, do you know what I mean? That's what we deal with the ley lines. So this goes into the paganism. So we understand why the paganism links to the I Ching, then comes back through to the other books, because essentially we know that this is wordplay, do you know what I mean? So I use the pagan as a catch-all, because I'm not saying I'm this, I'm not saying I'm that, I'm not saying the other. I'm a pagan, so we incorporate all of it. But this is the taming of that dragon and raising it up all the way up to be an emperor, do you know what I mean? So this shows the work in practice. So I've gone off a bit there because I've even lost my own train of thought. But yeah, this is a very positive and a very powerful light. This is we want the hermit down here. We want that inner light to be coming through, because really, essentially, the light in the hermit's hand, this is moonlight. This is not sunlight. This is moonlight, do you know what I mean? Because it penetrates things. We want light that penetrates. The sun illuminates. The moon penetrates. Do you know what I mean? So they're both light, but they're different aspects of light. Do you know what I mean? And we want our eyes in this world to be able to penetrate. You know what I mean? So that because in this way you best learn how to penetrate it, because nothing is what it seems in it. Do you know what I mean? You look at it, this, you think that, listen, don't take anything at first sight. Do you know what I mean? Because we're in a trickster zone, ain't we? Do you know what I mean? So we have to learn how to have penetrative vision on things so that we can move into new ways of using old systems. Do you know what I mean? Because the tower is an old system, but I, I'm just trying to kind of, or I hope that I've updated it or brought it in line with my psychology so that I'm not following this ancient tradition in a spurious way. Do you know what I mean? So I just mean that to say, well, my explanation of the tarot is my explanation for me based on the spiritual work that I've been doing, based on the emotional work that I've been doing. I have been taming my demons. Listen, raving heroin addict, raving crackhead, raving alcoholic, thief. Listen, we've been there, done that. We've had to tame these devils. We've had to get on the case and really like start to tame these devils and flip them around. You know what I mean? Because they was doing me no favors. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So we've been doing that work. So I can read this lay like that, and I can recognize that we've gone from this devil energy through doing the work. Look, the Eight of Pentacles straight up with straight underneath it. From doing the positive work, we've flipped this devil on his head to become the hangman, stood on one leg and the sign of four, not to be the hangman sacrifice in the original position. No, we flipped it to become the emperor hangman. We're not sacrificing ourselves. We're recognizing what's going on and we're raising the energies up and we're changing them to the higher self. So that anything negative that we want to think or ever comes up is changed to the higher self, so that we're gonna see it for what it is, and then we're gonna glean the positive out of it. Sorry, as a standard practice, as a practice that I can't even not do that. That's how much this is embedded. I can't even not do that. And that's where all of the books come together and we can say, well, we're in no conflict because we know every single one of these is valuable. So I can see how I'm reading this lay. I'm definitely in the position of the 3 of Wands and the 2 of Wands. I'm a lot more in those positions than the 9 of Swords, because this 9 of Swords is linked to the devil yeah, we've just seen it. The devil's in the 9 of Swords position because everything he thinks gets flipped and turned into light. So everything he wants to cope with negative, yeah, because he's pissed and he's annoyed because everything that he wants to think of as negative and wants to put on you, I go, you don't. You said that is not going to work. You can't do that. And then we flip it and we find a light in it. We find a joke in it and then we use it. Do you know what I mean? So this is the devil. And don't forget, he's the magician with his hand, one hand's up, one hand's down. But he's in the reverse. Yeah, the spirit fire comes down from the hangman through the chained forces of the masculine and feminine, and then gets grounded through the work at the 8 of the man on the 8 of Pentacles. Well, yeah, all of that negative spirit fire comes down through me, and I ground it through the work of doing the tarot to link all of the books together by number. Do you know what I mean? Which now puts me back in. Well, I'm never not out of that. Do you know what I mean? Because if I'm being led to that, true, but in liberation. Yeah, so we're not being led to the books in the devil position of like being under the book. We're coming to the book, but from a liberated aspect. If you get me, do you know what I mean? Because the devil's in the downside up position. So we come to the books and to the knowledge liberated, not under doctrine of saying, I was going to say false doctrine, but yeah, you could say that. Do you know what I mean? I don't come to the book as in, oh, if I don't do this, I'm going to be, it's all going to, oh God, I'm going to be getting to this, that, and the other. Those aspects are at play, but that's because of the psychology. Do you know what I mean? It's not because Do you know what I mean? Oh, there's a heaven and hell, this, that, and the other, because these things are actual. No, they're actualized because of the negative psychology, because the person's probably not in the hangman downside up position. They're still in the sacrifice position of being under the devil, doing the work, but being under the devil. They haven't flipped the devil, so they're coming as the sacrifice. So look at this. So it's like the devil on top of the devil sits on top of the hangman, but in the upright position. And then you're doing the work, but there's a block because you've got the devil, and you keep thinking, oh, but if I don't do this, then I'm going to end up in hell, and oh God, this and purgatory and all of these other mad things that have been put out there. No, you got to come as the hangman in the upright position to slap the devil about, to say, look, come out the way, you know what I mean, so that I can do the work true, you know what I mean, without your foolishness of you trying to wind my head up, even in the dream state, do you know what I mean, because don't forget, the devil comes through the dream aspect, it can come through the astral, if you go into the lower realms and that, do you know what I mean, he comes from this aspect. But we also looked at, we got the goddess on the left, and she holds the lion. And don't forget, the devil is really this half beast. He's a beast. He's a beast still. But the goddess holds the lion. And the devil ain't greater than the lion. What are you talking about, man? He's like, you got goat in you? You know what I mean? Yo, I eat goats. What are you talking about, man? I come as St. George. I come as the lion, you know what I mean? This is like Richard the Lionheart, do you know what I mean? This is El Corazon, do you know what I mean? This is the lion, because this is the goddess at work holding nature. Even the goddess can control Mother Nature, do you know what I mean? She can control the lion. So if she can control the lion, she definitely can control a goat, do you know what I mean? Listen, he's just like, he's headbutting shit, he's annoyed. So this is positive, and we got his hand on this side, and then his open hand on this side, which is coming down to the work. These five ones are linking to his five fingers that come down to the man on the Eight of Pentacles, or they come down to the Wheel of Fortune, or they come down to the Hermit. It matters. Any one of these that it comes down to, it's all good. It's all good. Because he's prepared to do the work, and the hermit's already done the work, do you know what I mean? So he's shining his light. So this devil is in the center position, but not as a negative character. He's not in the negative character position, do you know what I mean? And even in the upright, again, if you understand, you know what I mean, you got to have the light and the dark, you got to have positive and negative. Anything can be used to bring about something, you know what I mean? So he's we'd say he's in the lesser position, do you know what I mean? So it's not positive or negative, it's more or less. So he's in the lesser position, do you know what I mean? Meaning that his influence can be utilized, but it's nowhere near as the main source. He's no longer, he's not a main source character. He's in a lesser position. So yeah, you can have a bit of negativity, but as for that dominating the situation, nah, forget about it. You're done. You're done out here. Do you know what I mean? Because we're not going to allow him to fuel. We're not going to fuel his madness. Do you know what I mean? So this is the Nine of Swords card. Yeah, you might have a couple of sleepless nights, but that's not going to affect the man on the Two of Swords, the Two of Wands. Those couple of the wheel turns. Look, so the Nine of Swords are above the 10, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, the wheel turns, and you may have a few sleepless nights, but that's not going to affect the man on the Two of Wands card, because he looks down on the world, and he's going, listen, he's holding the globe. He's going, yeah, okay, listen, we're on this, mate. Listen, the spirit's backing us. We don't let the mind overwhelm, because we know the spirit is backing us, and really the spirit comes down on the mind, relinquishes it, and allows the devil to play when you have a couple of sleepless nights, or you have a couple of hectic mad dreams and that. But that's just the devil playing his game. But that's in the other realm. That's not a problem. It's not going to affect us. And whether it's the left side or the right side, look, we got the man on the Three of Wands and the man on the Two of Wands. they're both looking out with confidence. Listen, the 5 of Wands, but there's no challenges here. All of these ones have been planted. All of these spiritual energies have been grounded. So this isn't a 5 of Wands situation. Do you know what I mean? There's no challenge. There's no back and forth. They've been grounded. The Hangman's in the middle, stood on one leg, so we can say it's, and look, he's got the tree, the biggest wand in the middle. The biggest one that's here really is the tree that stood behind the man on the man on the Hangman card. And he's got the T-bar, which is on the ground, saying that the whole ground is spiritualized, really. All of these ones now that are coming down on the 3 and the 2, really, if you used to extend that T-bar that the Hangman's on, those ones would be linked to that branch there. And they'd all be forwarding that, they'd all be going up that way. So that one that he's attached to is all of the ones. It's that thick. It's all of the ones because we've grounded the spirit true. How do we know that? We know because all of the mathematical principles of the I Ching, the Zohar, the Quran have been brought into mathematical synchronicity. There is no division. There is no separation. The same spirit that runs through that book, runs through that book, and runs through the other book, and runs through the Buddha, and runs through the Zodiac. We've got the number pattern to show it. Do you know what I mean? And we've got the star constellations because I've got to start adding that one in. I haven't done that yet. But we can even link the star constellations to the stories in the Greek mythology, to the stories in the Bible to show the process of what's going on. It's already boxed off. It's just a lot to do, do you know what I mean? Because obviously I like to keep these to about, I was trying to keep them short, do you know what I mean? That's why a couple of videos at first do like shorts and that. But because there's so much information, you're just gonna have to bear with me and put up with me for a bit, yeah. Because there's a lot there, but it does show this uniform linking of all of the knowledge. Do you know what I mean? So I hope you're getting this lay. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm going to photograph this lay. I'll put it on the post. But this is showing the process of the work that's been done. Do you know what I mean? So this is a very positive lay for me. I'm reading it and I'm saying, well, yeah, we are doing it. I mean, we're even doing this video now is me moving forward because I've wanted to do this for a long time, but I was feeling very scared, very nervous, like, oh, no, I can't do that. They're all going to think I'm mad. Do you know what I mean? And then I've had to chain this devil. Do you know what I mean? I've had to get on top of him. I've had to stand as the hangman in the upright to say, listen, I don't care what you say. I know they're not going to like it. They're not, well, who knows who's going to like it and not going to like sack all that, yeah. Listen, you've done the work, James. You've been doing the work. You've been doing your math. You've been looking at this. You haven't been sat around, you're looking at it and you're saying, but James, it works though, do you know what I mean? Come on, listen, the numbers work. You've run the numbers work, man. Listen, it's correct. Okay, we're going to have to chain the devil and we're going to step out and we're going to do it. So even just in that, I can see how this is playing out in my where I've been stuck and where I'm trying to move past, because I want to be these 2 men on the 2 of Wands card and the 3 of Wands. I want to be holding the world in my hand. I want to have options in the world. I want to be in a better position in the world to go and do the work that I love, the stuff that I like, you know what I mean? I want the wheel to turn in my favour, do you know what I mean? And this is where we're coming out of letting the devil run amok in our own psychology and therefore in our own world and in our life. And we're saying, no, we want the will to turn positive. We want to get up to these nights, a few sleepless nights about it, do you know what I mean? But we're getting on top of it. So we see how, and don't forget, we come back to the hermit. Listen, James, you've been doing your inner work. The goddess is with you, do you know what I mean? She's got your back. Spirit is at your back. We can see it on the 3 of Wands and the 2 of Wands. Spirit is at your back. Listen, you got nothing to worry about. We've even got the 4 of Wands there. You can see it because we got the wand on the hermit. You're stable, whether it's this side or the other side. Just do your thing, and this is what else can you ask for? Do you know what I mean? So, I see this is a very positive lay. So I'm going to put in 3 Wands, and this is like the hangman. I'm going to do 12. I'm going to do 12, but as the 4, I'm doing 12. And didn't you just say on there, on that 19 keys, the 12 and the 4, which I said really it should be 13 4. 12 4 is 12-month cycle in 4 seasons. But really it should be 13 4 because we're linking the moon cycle to the solar cycle because we're trying to go to extend the year. We're trying to go to a 369 year, which brings balance to the sun and the moon because this 365 is a solar cycle, which is leaving out the moon, and that's not balanced. We need a 13 moon cycle or a 369 cycle, which comes as Saturn, the father, over the son and the daughter, over the sun and the moon, so that cycle is balanced. It fits a lunar cycle and a solar cycle. Do you know what I mean? And either extends to the 369 or we go to the 396, which adds another month in, but that would still allow for a full solar cycle and a full lunar cycle. Do you know what I mean? Balance, and that's what we want. So yeah, there's a lot there. I know it does expand, but I am going to go with the 12. I'm going to have to put the 12 in, but it is 4 because his leg is in the sign of 4, and it's the hangman as the emperor as the 4. But I'm going to go 12, and I'm going to put 4 underneath as the second number. Do you know what I mean? Because it's there, and then we've got 2 1s. So we could either go 3 3 2 or 2 4 3. So there's 2 math equations there that I'm going to do for this lay, and then obviously we'll see what that links to. We've got our 8 strength, 15, and then 9 swords, 9 hermit, 8 pentacles, and 10 wheel of fortune. So I'm going to do this math now and then we'll see. So we could go 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we could go 17, which is our 8, reverse 11, and then we could go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I'm going to put that in as well. But here, 9, reverse 6, and we can see straight away now that's like strength and justice and balance of the 69. That 69 is within this first bit here, within the spirit of the man, because this is all spirit. Yeah, this man is 69 is unified within. You know what I mean? That's giving him strength and balance. That's what it is. You know what I mean? So just in that first row, you're mint. That's it. You're golden. So we're going to do the next one. 15 plus, was that 15? 15 plus 15 is 30, isn't it? Right, so 30. Sorry, right, we're getting there. So we'll go 3. Reverse. 0, 3. We've got our 39, 36, 93, 63. So we'll just a link there. And then we've got 15 plus 10 is 10, 25. So we've got 25, 7, 7. So we've got, what have we got? 16. 7, 8, 9, 3. Okay, so this one might get a bit funny. I'm going to see how we're going to work this out. So we've got 15, we've got 10. 10. That's 25 again, isn't it? No, that's 17, isn't it? No, that's 17. That's 27. I've gone wrong. 9 plus 8 is 17. That's 27. Sorry. 27. 27 is 9. 27. Reverse 6. Yeah. So we've got 8, 9, 3, 9, 11, 6, 3, 6. So again, we're going to come back to the Zohar. So now we're going to do 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 29, which is going to give us our 11. And then we're going to go 11 plus 12, yeah, is 23, 24, 25, 26. Our 11, we come back to our 11 and 8. And this beautiful 26, because 26 is one of the code numbers as well. 26, 29, 8 and 11, strength and justice, justice and strength, justice, balance in the cycle. So again, we're going to do our 17, 8 plus 9, 17, 17, 18, 19, 20. 17, 18, 19, 20. So we've got 20, which is 2, 0, 2. 15, 12, so it's 28, 29, 30, 35. So we've got 35, which is 8. Could I do 18, 17? That's it. So everything. 18. We could have an 18 there as well. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to leave that 4 off. I'm going to leave that. Sorry, I'm not looking at you. I keep going into me thing. I'm going to leave that off. I'm going to do the 8 and 11. But we know there's also a 9 and 6 math in there. Do you know what I mean? But we're going to stick with the 8 and 11. As the outer numbers first, and then we'll come back to that. And then we've got 10 plus 9 plus 2, 19, 20, 21. So we're going to do our 21, which is our 3, and then our 12, which is our 3. And then we've got 8, 9, 10, plus 3, 13. Again, we're linking our moon. And then we've got 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're going to go 16, 7, 19, 10, 1. Well, we don't have to add that. We can just do 16. So we've got our 8 and 11. And we've got our 47, which again equals 11. Do you know what I mean? So, and then we've got 14, 15, which is our 6 and 9, and 15, which is our. So this is a unification right here now. So I'm going to go 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 9 is 12, 4, 11. So what's that? 14, 15 breaks down to a 6, and then we've got again 3, 6 plus 6 is 12, 7 plus 8 is 15, which is 6. So we've got 6, 6, and then we could do. And then we can do 8 plus 1 is 9. So we've got our 69. So as I said it, like we've got our 69. This is the devil. Like that 69 energy is within, and it spins round and goes round and goes round. But it's not expressed as in Like, it's not in control. It's not in control. It's at the center, but grounded at the center. He's not in there all wild and allowed to do what he likes. No, he's been flipped on his head. All of your negative energies are chained. You know what I mean? So when they're talking in the Bible that the devil will be chained, this is what I mean. Once you've chained all of your negative energies and all of those impulsive negative outbursts that are messing you up, once you've chained that and you've grounded it true, listen, that energy cannot come back up in you and in the way. I wonder if it passes into your children, because like if we take this as light code or energetic, you see, once you've grounded that out true, that even changes your DNA. It even changes your mental, emotional cell structure. You know what I mean? It changes it, like that's out. So literally, once you've done that and you've grounded that out, that's been chained. It's chained. Well, in my case, it's chained in the heavens. Do you know what I mean? Where you could probably do that, as in you would ground it out and it's chained to the earth. Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to explain this a different way. It's been chained to the heavens. So all that negativity has been pulled up through the heart, bam, out through the head, through the crown, up to the heavens. So what was once negative is now positive, meaning, and I'm going to put this blatantly, I smoke green. There's nothing wrong with green. You can't tell me there's something wrong with green if you can go now to a shop and buy green. Do you know what I mean? So any kind of foolishness associated with smoking marijuana, when you can go to a shop, doctors, and buy marijuana, is pure, utter foolishness. You want to tell me that it's illegal. You want to tell me that it's wrong. But how is it wrong when you're now selling it at the shop and your doctor can now give it to you? You see how that foolish kind of psychology has to be chained and raised up. Oh, you know it's not that wrong, but you can make big bucks off it now. Oh, that's why you've got this little thing in play. If you buy it off the street, you can get arrested, scare people with it, like you can get a criminal record and this. But if you get to our shop where we sell it, you can buy it. You know what I mean? There's no issues there. You can go there as long as you can flash the Blue Baker card. Do you know what I mean? You can go buy your shit. So you have to recognize that for the utter foolishness that it is. Do you know what I mean? And then we have to change and raise it up. Now we recognize it, because don't forget, this system is pure money. Do you know what I mean? So when things can be made, harnessed, and get linked to money, it's all well and good. We don't care what it is. Does it make money? Do you know what I mean? So you can do whatever you like as long as it makes money. Do you know what I mean? So this is where we know the foolishness has to be chained and raised up. You can ground it out, but we need to raise it up so that we can flip it and start to use it. Do you know what I mean? So that's a good link. I'm on that link. So and again, we've got our 46 and 47. And it's this 8 and 11, and we've got 8 and 11 in a few places because we are just and in strength. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to leave it there for now, yeah. And then obviously, because this is nearly run up to an hour, and I'm trying to say, like, keep it even shorter. Do you know what I mean? Like, because but I know that I'm trying to explain this as this inner process, as well as your emotional, mental, and where you are in your life. You know what I mean? Because I tell you what, I feel a lot more closer now to the 2 of Wands and the 3 of Wands than I have at any point in my life, you know what I mean? Especially for something that I want to do that's personal to me, do you know what I mean? Again, we could take this as the job that you want, you know what I mean? If you're doing the work and you're in the career that you want, this is a positive lay, because it says you're doing the work that you love. It says you're now looking at the world from the perspective of the work that you do, and of chaining it and saying, well, listen, this is my highest goal, because the hangman's in the upside down position, stood on one leg. This is the power position, do you know what I mean? And we're doing the work and we're saying, yeah, do you know what, we're following this path. We've made the decision, do you know what I mean? All of the ambiguity of the devil, all the distractions of the devil, that's it, that's gone now. Shit, we're over the devil, stood on one leg. We're not even stood on two legs. We're stood on one leg. That's how much we've grounded out his nonsense. Do you know what I mean? Because we're now on one leg going this end. So we come as what's the mad guy? Who's the beautiful guy? The Indian guy. Do you know what I mean? And he's doing the dance, man. I can't think of his name. It's not Carly. It's not Carly. It's the other one. Is it Ajna? No. But he's doing a beautiful dance. You know what I mean? Oh God. I know it. Do you know what I mean? I know that what him is doing the beautiful dance. You know what I mean? In the heavens and that. And that's who we come as, you know what I mean? Because he is the man, do you know what I mean? He's on it. So, and that is the hangman. The hangman is the man doing that dance up in the heavens. Okay, so who do I link him to? So for me, this is Orion, innit? So this is Orion. Stud, do you know what I mean? Strong, doing his thing. This is Hercules, do you know what I mean? This is all of them characters. So all of them characters, when you come into the success of who you are and what the decisions you've made and the path you're prepared to lead, you come as the hero. Do you know what I mean? Because this is the hero's journey, and it will try to be the hero in your own life and be a hero in the world. Do you know what I mean? There's what greater kind of mission is there, like in the world? Yeah, do you know what I mean? I know it's a bit mad, but like that is the mission, innit? Do you know what I mean? Because you want to be a hero. You want to be a hero, innit, man? Of course we want to be a hero, do you know what I mean? We want to be better. So for me, all of this lay is a very proper power lay, do you know what I mean? Especially where I am today. Not very far from where, well, no, I am actually. Sorry, don't belittle your own little things, James, you know what I mean? Because you was living in a tent, do you know what I mean? So we've come a long way from the tent, do you know what I mean? So feel good about that. There's no bad in that, do you know what I mean? We had to go through the dark. We've had to go through all of through the rough times to get to the better times, innit? Do you know what I mean? So and there's movement, and we can see movement. So I'm going to run the numbers, and then I'm going to get back to you later, hopefully with a connection to some book, and see what we can bring out then. So thank you for listening. Please subscribe, because there's a few projects that I've got here, that I'm saying the name of the game is collaboration. Do you know what I mean? Because I think this is valuable. Do you know what I mean? I think it's very helpful and very useful. And it's this other way of doing the tarot. Do you know what I mean? Again, we must have balance. There can't be tarot all done in one particular way and no other way, because that's not balance. This brings the balance to the tarot. There's this aspect of doing it, and then there's the intuitive reading aspect of doing it. Do you know what I mean? So this is just balancing the books, so that we're balancing the books in it. Do you know what I mean? The masculine principle, feminine principle, even into the tarot and even into understanding. So thank you, and I'm going to get back to you in a bit with an outcome. Thank you, nice one.